Hi, this is Claire again with the full moon cards. Today I have drawn the Skat cards. These are very very well known in Germany. It's a playing game. In fact, here is a little sticker still, but this is a German card, so to say, and these are the French cards. I will tell you a bit about the differences. The Skat cards in themselves are not like playing cards, so you don't have the ace until the number 10. You have the ace and then you have the number 7 until 10 and then the court cards. So as I have said, we have different versions of them. This is the German deck with ladies, because the usual German decks, they have two men and the king. So this is the man below. I don't know how to translate it better, I'm sorry. This is the below man, this is the above man, and then you have the king. So this is very male, so to say. In the French deck, this is not so male, so you don't have any female cards. I don't know where this comes from, maybe from military things, I don't know. The cards are a little bit older, so maybe it is like that. In the so-called French cards, you have also, so to say, the child card. You have a king and you have a queen. Where are they? They are hiding. Here is a queen. You have queens. Yeah, so this is a little bit more balanced. And I guess you see the different symbols in the cards, but they are just different in the symbols, not in the meaning. So these are the spades cards, and you have them in the German version as the leaves. So the form is very similar. It's also the element of air. It is similar to tarot in that it has the 4 elements. The heart cards are always the same. You have the, the bells, so to say. They are similar to the diamonds. I'm searching for diamonds, just a moment. Here are diamonds. So the form is a little bit different, but the meaning is the same. It's the element of earth. And we have, one is left, the acorns, not acorns. How you say? The fruits of the oak tree. How you say in English? These are the fruits of the oak tree. And they are similar to the cross cards. We call them cross cards, but the meaning is the same. It's the element of fire, it's wood. It's related to the tree of life also. So here these are called the crosses, but their core symbolism, so to say, their core symbolism is a tree. Is the element of wood and the element of fire. Yeah, so just to give you a short introduction into these cards, of course we will read them now, and they are very straightforward. You know this from Lenormand. In Lenormand you also have very straightforward meanings, so these cards are also not so psychological as you know it maybe from tarot. Yeah, tarot you can of course also read both ways. You can read these cards both ways too, but tarot tends to be a little bit more on psychological and emotional and energetical meanings, and this is a little bit more, this is your life, there we will go, so to say. So when we have the cards like this, of course in a full moon reading it is always about like a little bell is ringing with you. We say it like this in German, so it means for some people it will mean something, and for some people it will be just an interesting reading about the cards, hopefully interesting. This means tarot reading, and I'm often asked for this also in the context of the videos. How can this be? I see so many readers doing readings like on full moon or for the new months or whatever, weekly readings, daily readings, but the audience is so different. How can it be that they get the right meaning for everyone? And of course they don't. Yeah, it's just plain like that. You have to listen to your inner voice. If your inner voice says to some topics, yeah, I feel this is, I am meant with this, then go for it. But it is totally possible that you just sit in front of a reading and think, oh, it's interesting, it's a reading. Yeah, so it cannot be in one-to-one reading. Yeah, there is a difference. This is a question I get quite frequently, and this is the honest answer. Yeah, there will be people who tell you, yeah, but I'm so gifted and so talented. Everyone, no, not everyone. People are in very different situations. Yeah, so yes, we got this clear now, and we will start with the reading. So our first card is the fruit of the oak tree. I should have looked up in my dictionary before reading the cards. the fruit of the oak tree, and this is the ace. Yeah, and this ace is a very good card for all matters around work, around your job. It's important positive news, and it is about things that are given to you, like when you get money for your job. Yeah, this is also, you get something from life for what you do, because this card is not just paid work. This card is work in every possible meaning. Yeah, it can be your hobby, because you are working somehow when you're doing a hobby. It's not just a job, so to say. This is what you do. You could say this is a card of doing, and it's always a card you like to see in readings, because it is also about progress. It is about a positive attitude. It is about, I want to reach something, and you really reach it. Yeah, this is a wonderful card. So in matters of work, progress is possible. In matters of job also, it is also paid work, but not only. The cards see work in a broader context when it comes to the fruit of the oak trees. I'm sorry. Yes. So it is also as an ace. You have it similar to tarot. The aces always have, like in their belly, they have the whole topic, the whole element they stand for. So this is a lot of energy. This is a lot of potential, of possibilities. There is lots of possibilities in these cards. And with the ace, it's also about fresh beginnings, about new energy, fresh. It is not like, oh, and I have to go on with this again and again, and it's not changing, and it is very stuck, or things like that. This is a fresh approach, a new angle, so to say, on the topic. Yeah, so this is a wonderful card for your job life. Go for it. If you have plans, if you want to strive for something, also work in general. It's also the family, the care work, everything you do. Yeah, it is everything that you do, not just what you get paid for, is your work, is what you bring to this world. Yeah, to put it a little bit pathetic, yes, but it is like that. What you bring to the world, what you bring into reality by doing it. Yeah, it's a wonderful card that gives you an energy boost in these matters, and luck also. Lucky news in this field, also happy news, and also things that life gifts to you like a gift. Yeah, having gifts or getting gifts is also a topic of this card. It's a wonderful card of fulfillment. Yeah, and here we have the Eight of Leaves. And the Eight of Leaves, there are different schools to interpret this card, or other cards too, because it's still a living folk tradition, and when you have living folk traditions, you will have contradicting opinions about cards, about meanings. It's also the same in magic, in folk traditions. Some people will tell you this, some people will tell you the opposite, and this can be really confusing. But it also means it's a living tradition. People really make experiences. They not just learn from some books, and books have all the same opinion and tell you the same things. It is really learning from living traditions, and one practitioner will have encountered this to be true, and the other will have encountered that to be true. And so they have different opinions, but this means they are really living the knowledge. So in a way, it's good when it is like that. It can be confusing at the start, but the longer you go your path, be it magic, be it reading the cards, the more the cards, but also in magic, will start to talk to you, and you will have a relationship. And from this relationship, you will start to read the cards or do your magic or whatever. And then it will be very clear. It will become very clear with growing experience, of course, what is meant in which situation. Yeah, so coming back to the cards. This card means visiting other people. It means traveling. It means also short trips, but most often with people you like. It's not so much going on a trip on your own. It could be like something like visiting family members for a birthday party that you haven't seen for a while, or something like that. So most often there is a relationship involved, or more relationships if you are visiting your whole family. And it is most often not a long travel, like going to Hawaii or something like that. I hope you don't see this from Hawaii. It would not make sense, but you know what I mean. From Germany, Hawaii is far away. So you could take any other example that fits you, your situation. It means a shorter travel. It's not so long in most cases. Yeah, so this is really visiting, meeting with people, driving. It could be a nice trip, a weekend trip, something short, something beautiful. But most often it involves other people that are with you, or visiting someone, or just meeting your friend for having a coffee together after having seen her for 2 months because you were so busy. Yeah, these are also situations that are involved in this. So it's also a card of matters of heart. And here we have the heart lady. We call this lady, Dame, lady. Queen could also be said, but traditional is lady. And the heart lady, lady of hearts, queen of hearts, however you want to put it, it's the same person in the core meaning. This is if you are a female watcher of this video, this is yourself. Because this is not so much about if you are a male, this is your feminine side. We are here with the Skat cards, they are playing cards, and this means more down to earth. It's not so psychological like you might have seen with tarot. So if you are a woman, this means have a close look at yourself, put yourself in the center again, do self-care, care about yourself. You don't need a special system. You don't have to have a special meditation technique or whatever. People get so lost in techniques these days that they don't get to the goal. So to say, they first start learning techniques, and then you have to really be aware of this. So you can write a diary if you are getting closer to yourself while doing this. You can have a nice cup of coffee or tea and just think of life and ponder. You can go for a walk, whatever. It should be easy, yeah, and it does not have to have immediate results. It is totally okay when you are just making a room while doing this for yourself, and maybe your ideas and solutions come 2 or 3 days later in a moment where you don't expect it, but you have made this room, and so they could come into something, yeah, to say it with a picture. Yes, this is the most important thing. You are the most important person now, right now. Yeah. Sometimes it can also be a friend, especially because we have this card, a meeting card in front of it. So it can also refer to a friend, but it has to be a friend close to your heart. And close to your heart means someone you really like. And I don't know what it's like for you, but often those people who are most close to us, we tend to push them aside more easy because they understand we are busy. They are the most understanding ones in our circle of people. So yes, it's ironic, but they are the ones who get pushed aside the most easily because they are understanding. And other people who are more demanding, you might not like them as much, but they are more demanding and you are related and it's complicated or whatever. But you will see them more often than your really hard persons. Yeah. Life is strange, but for many people it is like that. So this really means have a look at your heart persons again. And sometimes these are the persons you only hear from them every month or every 2 months, but there is this closeness. You don't need to like message or text yourself every other day, because you know this connection is true and strong. You don't have to secure this in any way. I don't know the right English word now. Like I'm texting you, you're texting me. This is not necessary because you know the bond of hearts is close. Yes, and the male watchers of this video might ask themselves, and what about us? So this is about your lady of the heart. If you have one, take her into center. She is the focus now. Take care for her, be gentle, be nice, be friendly, bring some flowers. Yes, whatever she likes, she should be in the center. If you are making decisions, it's important to listen to her opinion. So what she is thinking, what she wants to bring on, whatever is going on in your life, she has good ideas now. She is the one who has the ideas that will be fruitful in the future. Yeah? And if you want to get into a relationship, this is a wonderful card for getting to know women and approaching them in the right way so it can lead to more. If you are not interested in a woman at all, this is also possible. This can be a good friend, a close friend. Yeah, or if you are not interested in relationships right now, so it could be you are gay, it could be you are straight but not interested in involvement with women in romantic ways. So this is a good friend, a friend of the heart, a woman. It could be also your sister, but it has to be someone really close to your heart. yeah, a good woman in your environment. And as I have said it before, we have this visiting card, this trip card, this traveling card, this meeting card in the middle. So it means intensify this contact, be close to the people you really like. And this is also for the women watching this video, it's important. Really be close to people who are good for you. Yeah, not the demanding ones, the ones that always push into your life. So they are more frequent sometimes. But to the ones that are really close to your heart. So when we sum this up, these cards, we see 3 main focus points here. We see the main focus on yourself if you're a woman, or on a very close friend. And for the men, it's about the ladies in their life. Put them into the focus. They have good advice for you. They, yes, they should be treated well. They always should be treated well, but now especially well. Here we have the visiting card, the weekend trip card, the small trip card, the beautiful card of also relationships relating to each other. And yes, meet people and have a nice time, just having a good time together. And this card, the first card, so we have no negative cards here. We have some really harsh cards, and the peak or leaf cards can be really harsh. This is the only friendly one of them. So it's a wonderful overall wonderful cards, because Skat cards as playing cards in general can be really sharp. Yeah, so let's be happy with these cards. So our last cards, to sum this up, is about work in every possible meaning. It's about what you bring into the world with doing it, with what you do. It's about gifts you get from life. It's about positive, beautiful messages you get. So it's a wonderful card that gives a certain stability, a certain feeling of I do it and it really works out. Yeah. So these are nice cards. Let's enjoy them. Nobody knows what will be the next tarot or full moon reading. I guess it will be tarot. So yes, let's enjoy this time, and I wish you a wonderful time until we see each other in the next reading again.